Hello everybody, this is Frankie Day for Frankie Day Models. Okay, for this Monday evening for you I have video number 4, the final reveal for my Trumpeter 1/32 scale Bearcat. Okay guys, finally got it wrapped up. I'm on to other things. I've been working on my 1/32 scale Trumpeter A4M Skyhawk, the old scooter. I'll be bouncing on her tonight, get her going a little bit. And I'd also probably be working on a few other things too. I'll be showing you this week. I'll probably have a couple of final reveals coming up this week too for you, because I'm so close to getting done right now. Okay, this is a time-consuming job, mostly because of waiting for the paint to dry. Like I said in video number 3, this is good paint, but there's got to be other out there better than this. This Humbrol Midnight Blue, that's what it calls for. That's exactly the color they used after the Korean War. They wore dark sea blue, but they went to midnight blue after that. And that's when the Blue Angels picked up on it and started painting their ships midnight blue. Okay, the only thing bad about that Humbrol paint right there is glossy. It can be applied with a brush with no problem, no brush marks at all, or it can be applied with an airbrush. The choice is yours. But this one choice is not yours. You can't help it. It's called time for it to dry. The ingredients they use for Humbrol paints is not very much of the snuff like it used to be years ago. Since Hornby got their hands on it, they really changed the formula, as mentioned from video number 3. Only way to make these paints apply in drying time, enough sufficient drying time to resume on the paint schedule when you're during construction, is add turpentine to their paints, because it's like a drying agent. It works like doing oil paint and stuff. Turpentine was like a drying agent. It'll dry up real good. That's what I should have used. I failed to do so. I kind of got away from turpentine because it was gumming up my airbrush. That's one thing bad about turpentine thinners that you use for your paints. Always use brush cleaner or to use enamel spirits or something and clean out your airbrush after you apply a turpentine added paints. If you don't, it'll glue it up. It's like WD-40. It'll get really sticky and it'll mess you up. So you don't want to go there. Okay, I've got stills I've loaded up. They didn't come out too good because I was going to take it out at nighttime. This paint's so glossy it picks up everything. And looking at it in real life, the model looks really nice in real life, but it's so glossy it picks up it magnifies all the rivets and stuff like that. And you can, it looks like imperfections, but it's not. It's just the glossiness of the paint. That stuff was really glossy, guys. It don't get any glossier than that. I've been working on my Albatross over here behind me. My Trumpeter SA16B Albatross. I was going to get that thing painted earlier this year. It took a tumble on me. It fell and broke. Where you see where the filler's at is where it had to be reassembled. Remarkably enough, it's beyond me, the landing gear didn't break. I think the white metal landing gear they gave you the kid had something to do with it. If it was plastic, it busted. Big me comes down the corner and whammo! Boy, was I hot. So, I got that to work on too. Okay, enough talk. Let's get to the Bearcat. We're going to turn around and get to the stills, then we'll bring it back to me and we'll finish up the video. And probably have another video coming up this week on the, it'll probably be on something, I don't know. Well, I got them coming your way, guys. I got a lot of stuff coming. So here's the Bearcat. I'll turn the camera around a little bit so you guys be able to take a look at the stills. Okay, guys. Here we go. Okay, let me get this thing straight a little bit. Oh, okay, there it is. It's about straight as it's going to get here. Okay, there it is right there. I'll paint it flat black. I use gloss black on the prop. That sea blue is really glossy. There's no sense of putting gloss on it. You don't want to tone it down with matte either. I thought about that. So no, these things were pretty shiny. They got pretty shiny. So that's the first pose of it, and there's the other one right there. I masked down the cockpit and everything. Where it broke, we'll take it back to slide number 1. The canopy broke. It was a clean cut. The way it broke, it looked like the canopy was molded in 2 pieces. Right along this arrow, see the arrow right here? It broke right along on this side, right there, into there. I says, wow, that's broken where the frame is at. I could do 2 things at a time. Either keep it glued together like I did here in this kit, or send it away to Stevenson's Enterprise, where they, International, where they get these models at from Trumpeter. And they probably would have given me one. But like I say, for $10 with a broken canopy, and when I found out where it broke at, I'm not complaining. No way. So, there it is. Went together like it didn't even break. You can see all these rivets are all magnified through here. I kind of like that in a way. The rivet works is very subtle on these things, on these Trumpeter kits. They will take washes only if you apply your primer very, very lightly, just a dusting. If you put too much primer on there, it'll cover up all those beautiful recess details in your riveting on here, and it won't look right when you've added your washes to it. There's a star quarter view right there. The company gives you 2 sets of decals. Decals for 2 different versions. This is Air Group 19, and I believe the other one is from another shore-based station. Most of these things are all shore stationed. They didn't stay on the shipboard carriers very long. They were stationed on 2 carriers, the Franklin D. Roosevelt and also the USS Midway. They only use them within months, not very long, and they say, well, these things are on their way out. It says, good enough, we can keep the ADs, let's get rid of these things. These things are, we're entering the jet age and everything, now we don't need these anymore. Those ADs do a good job. We'll keep the ADs and get rid of these. So they, like I said, guys, these came out too late in the war. They had a handful of these things, and they really haven't been tested out that much as for the performances what they did, other than having the wings break off in high stress loads. That's why they shortened the wings a little bit and added little short wing kits for like the Tomcat. Not Tomcat, but the what is that? Tiger Cat, where the wingtip floats. The wingtips, they fold halfway. They fold up, but not the whole wing, as compared to earlier aircraft. But they finally got the wing thing taken care of. It's funny how that midnight glue goes on my cockpit opposed to the plastic, but it's all been masked using that Maya tape, which I like very much. Wasn't add some weather to this thing? I said test on it. The ones I've seen have no weathering on them at all. They didn't have time to use them that much. They kept them pretty well pristine shape. The wheels they give you are either vinyl or rubber. The undercarriage is, was it metal? White metal? No. It's plastic. The same prop, That's a Curtis Electric prop right there. That's the same prop the ADs used. Tips were all masked off. I used Trainer Yellow by Humbrol on there. This time I added turpentine to it. It dried in jiff. And I cleaned up mirror brush. You know, you look at this Bearcat right here, gentlemen. Almost looks like a Hellcat on steroids, the way you look at it. Some undercarriages and the wells are painted either interior green, like I got here in this model right here, and some are just white. Another view ahead on there. I just kind of wish the cockpit would have been the same color as the rest of the plane. See all these rivets right here? How they pop up? Look like dust, but they're not. They're rivets. You can see where it broke right across in here, right along that frame. I go, wow, that's a very clean break right there. See the rivets? How shiny they are? It magnifies it. It looks like dust, but it's not. All these rivets. You can see all the rivets right here, how they pop up. In a way, I kind of like them. Only thing I don't like about it is this cockpit right here, guys. That paint did not do right like I wanted it to. I may have to give it a couple more coats on it, though, but I'll do that later on. I don't know. I airbrushed it. It's not bad, I guess. See the shininess? How it magnifies all those rivets and stuff? A lot of it's reflection too from the light. You stick your hand around and take that light out of there like that, it gets really dark color this here. Just the way it is, the way light hits it, guys. See how light hits it from here? You don't see any reflection on the frames. It looks pretty good. Just the way light hits it. I should have masked that like I did and painted it green first and went ahead with that blue. But I just went ahead and masked it off and airbrushed it. These are very tricky, this decal's on here, so because this right here, this is where your hand grip's at. You stick your foot there, you grab this, and you hop in the plane. This is a logo for the hand grip for your cockpit. This here is all one piece of decal right there. It'll tangle up and everything. So these decals here, rule of thumb, decals like this are long in length. They'll slide them out this way, slide them out this way, because if this all won't get tangled up. See, when light ain't hitting it, those rivets disappear. Just the lighting, guys. That's what it is. This is a nice kit. It really is. 1/32 scale. If we ever get another one of these again, it's going to be the Beetle Bomb. It'll be all yellow. I think the only company that makes the Beetle Bomb is Hobby Boss, I think. They make that 1/48 scale. They got the decal sheet for it too. They may have 1/32 scale sheet Beetle Bomb for this too. I really haven't been that adventurous enough to do any research on that subject, but perhaps maybe next time I'll get another one of these and make go that route. Air Group 19, Ship 100, Flight 100. A very potent and sexy airplane that she is, fellas. I give this kit probably about a 7 or 8. A Kid you not, this is the first time I've ever built a Bearcat before. And I got 3 kits, Bearcat kits. I got a 1/72nd scale monogram one. And I've got the Hawk one. That's all chrome finish. I got another one too, by George. What is it? Well, that's about it, I think. No, it's a vacuum form kit, air model. That's 1/72nd scale. Yeah. This is a nice kit. It goes together very easy. There's no fit issues at all. The motor goes good. I didn't glue that prop on. You slip that propeller off, pull that cowling off, you got the engine right there. You can display the engine. The old Bearcat. One hell of an airplane for a day, guys. It's a very powerful airplane. But we just, they became obsolete right after the war. All that money and design to put into it. And they weren't alone. There's a lot of models out there, a lot of planes out there that were made into the war. They couldn't use them. The Sky Raider was one of them, but the Sky Raider was very lucky. It was selected and came out at the right time in the right place. Because during see the Sky Raider and the F8 Bearcat came out at the same time, guys. And there's a toss-up of the coin. What we're going to use, this Bearcat or use the Sky Raider? Because that Sky Raider is like really going to do something. Look at the ship that stuff can carry. That thing can carry. And it goes up to over 400 miles an hour. It can be put on an aircraft carrier, taken off. They go as fast as our jets do. And they can deliver more. And they used them throughout the war. That's an Albatross right there. That's one I did a long time ago. It's no monogram kit that I built a long time ago. I kind of threw that in there too, just to let you guys see it. That's what I'm going to paint my other one, my Trumpeter 148 scale. I'm going to paint that color. It's all sea blue with white. VA, what is it, the VA 145 out of Sandy Point, Philippines. Okay, gentlemen, we're coming back to me. Alrighty then, that's the Bearcat for you. If you guys ever got one of these in your stash, build it. It's a good kit. Don't be bashful. It goes together very, very well. No problem at all. No fit issues. That motor is very simple. It goes together. It's not confusing. All those manifold and all the exhaust and everything. It goes on. It's like the my Tamiya kit over there. Only goes one way, the right way. If you go wrong way, get off once, get up a little bit like that, it's gonna throw the whole engine off. So that's very, like I say, it's very important if you just go ahead and follow the instructions when you're putting them together. Okay, guys, that's about it for tonight, this evening. So I got work to do. I got to sand down that Albatross over there, and I'm gonna shoot a coat of primer on it and make a decision what color I'm gonna paint that thing. I got a low battery up here a little bit, so it's time for me to get out here before it runs out. This is Frankie Day for Frankie Day Models signing off. Make mama happy, take care of little ones, stay focused when you drive, beware of your surroundings, spend wisely. Get yourself a kit, guys. It's getting fall right now. It's starting getting cold, so it's time to bring out the old models out of the stash. Start building more models because it's going to get cold outside. Okay, I have another video for this week. What I've got, I don't even know, but it's going to. But there'll be a video coming up. Okay, this is Frankie Day Model for Frankie Day Model signing off. You guys take care of yourself. Thank you very much for my subscribers out there, for your wonderful candor and your wonderful replies and your comments and views. I'm very honored, all one of you. I love you, fellas. Take care and may God bless. Say your prayers, fellas. I love you guys.